Hi everybody, it's Christine Bertram and I'm coming to you live from the Hive here in Fond du Lac, Wisconsin. It is a Wednesday, you guys. It's Wednesday morning. It feels like it should be Friday at this point. We got so much done between Monday and Tuesday that when I woke up this morning, I thought, oh, is it Friday already? Because I felt as tired today as I normally do on a Friday. Oh, we really packed it in this last couple days, you guys. Good morning, Holly. Morning, Karen. Hi, Karen. Hi, Donna. Oh, we did a lot, you guys. If I'm this exhausted and tired, I bet that my mom is worse, and I feel bad. She said I cracked the whip on her yesterday, and I think I did. No, I didn't really, but we did a lot, and I finally, for the first time, you guys, since January, I feel like I might be partially caught up on things. And had a sense of accomplishment yesterday like I hadn't felt in a very long time. Like, we get a lot of things done. So don't get me wrong. There's a lot of things that get done. It's the normal day-to-day class, designing, prepping, kitting, having classes, like all that stuff goes amazingly well, like clockwork. But then what happens is things start to pile up. And I have prizes that need to go out, and I have cards that need to go out, and I have promotional, so my team promotes, and I have bee necklaces that I send out. And when my team qualifies, they get journals from me. And when I have people join my team, they get a welcome card. And that's the kind of stuff with growth that's hard to keep those things going. And never complaining, but just saying, wow, there's a lot. And so yesterday afternoon, we got done kitting and mailing everything out. We were done with all of our package, you guys. I started at 6 o'clock on Monday morning, went till about midnight on Monday. And then it was up again at 7 on Tuesday. My mom was here by 9:30, 10. Diane came and helped yesterday too, and we worked until about 2. We got everything, the 3 classes all kitted. And then they're like, well, what do you want to do? Like, we had thoughts of like, well, let's Mom and I take a moment and do a couple things, errands that we wanted to get done. And my mom's like, well, what about this? What about this? And my mom just kept thinking, well, do you have this? Do you have this? And so we got the July birthday cards done. We got all the new team cards out. We got all the necklaces and cards ready for the people on my team who promoted to Bronze Elite. We got the journals all out. We got all of the prize cards out. And I have thank you cards yet that I have about 12 cards that I got them all written out. They just need to get put in cards. You guys, it was amazing. So I'm so excited. So it was like Diane Bogenhagen said to me, she's like, you're going to sleep really well tonight knowing that all of that is past you. And you like, it's half of the year is past you guys. And I finally feel like I'm caught up a little bit. So it was good. And, to all, like, so I couldn't have gotten some of this stuff done without people helping me, which is amazing. Like Karen Wetzheim helped me make some cards for the bees. And Karen, because of that, I was able to get those cards written out yesterday. Otherwise, they would still be lingering in my head. So, you guys, I don't know if you ever have days like that where you feel like, wow, I knocked it out of the ballpark and I got everything done. I had a list going. I had a wish list, you guys, that I made on Monday night, and I got everything on that wish list except for one thing, and that was the reminder for the Autumn Creative Escape. It's been on my list for a month and a half, and I'm like, it needs to happen today now. So, oh yeah. Hi, Holly. Hi, Wendy. Hi, Ann Bellinger. Hi, Jenna Helms. Hi, Wendy Zill. Oh, I said Wendy twice there. Hi, Linda Hall. Hi, Jeannie Parker. There's Nicole Herrick. Good morning, sunshine to you as well. You guys, I wore my yellow shirt. I wore my Be Happy Stampers shirt for you guys today. So I thought bright and cheerful and sunshine for you guys this morning. Hi, Teresa. Hi, Connie. Hi, Sandy Wicklander and Susan Bellamy. Hi, Ileana. Hi, Carla and Jean. Woo! Yes, you guys are happy for me. So yay, I appreciate it, you guys. I never intend for somebody to be waiting in the mail for something that they think, oh, I won a prize, and here it's a month later. Because that's, I get done with a live and then I'm into answering emails, or somebody calls me, or Tyler shows up right as I'm done, and it's like it goes onto a pile, and I don't ever forget about it. It keeps lingering in my head, and I have a reminder, like I put reminders in my notebook to say, hey, get that mailed out. But it takes time. Everything takes time. Hi, Susan Wormley. So I'm very excited, you guys. So I came into this morning thinking I scheduled the showcase for you guys today. You know what time I'm going live, and like, whew, life is good. It took half a year, and here I am. I can't believe you guys, a half a year. I finally feel that way. And then half a year is gone. You guys, do you feel like going to the 4th of July weekend that like half the summer is gone? Hi, Patty Wright. Hi, Laura Sullivan. It's so crazy. Like, we feel like summer starts, like, we hope it starts in May. Like, we start getting good weather here in Wisconsin in May. And then by July, you're halfway through your summer, even though summer officially just started this past week. And then, because by the end of August, it's already cold. So we're halfway through the year. So, what is up for today, you guys? I hope you're in for a long ride. Maybe not. I'm not quite sure. This always takes at least an hour, you guys. There's always so much stuff that we have to go through. I should say we get to go through. I don't offer just one class like I used to way back in the beginning, and then all of a sudden it was 2 classes, and then all of a sudden it became 3, and then all of a sudden it was 4. So I was doing weekly classes, and then all of a sudden it's 5 and 6 and 7 and 8 and 9 and 10. It's like, whoa, okay. So it got confusing and overwhelming for people. So over a year ago, maybe even 2 years ago, I can't remember when we started doing these showcase videos. Pictures never do cards justice. Hi, Denise. Good morning to you. Pictures never do justice for cards. And so we thought, well, why not show the cards in a video a month before, like the month before? Like, so I always, you guys ask me, well, when do I do the showcase video? You guys, I always have to have the cards done for the month, ahead. So all of July is designed. I got them done on Sunday night, finished them up, the last card. And Rose, actually, I'm so excited. I have pictures of her cards. She sent them to me last night, so I can show you what is coming up for the Technique Club class that Rose is teaching, that we collaborate on. And so as of last night, I had all the cards ready to show you guys. And so I have actually scheduled the video for now, which is awesome. You ask, well, when is it usually? So for those that are newer to watching me, I usually do the showcase video a few days before the end of the month. And so it's the 28th today, which is awesome. So it's like 2 days before the end of the month. That gives you time to figure out, well, what classes do you want to take or not take. I like to show you things because I don't want you to be surprised. I want you to be like, I love those cards. I want to make that class or do those cards from that class, and everybody's happy. So this is the showcase video, you guys. If you're in my VIP club, my VIP group, I should say, on Facebook, this is the video that you'll want to share. So if you're right now in here and you share it, or you share the Facebook post that I just created. Hi, Linda Kester. She's got her pen and paper ready. Yay. That's exactly what I was going to say next to Linda, is you guys, this is the time for you to have your pen and paper ready so that you can jot down the class names that you want to take. And what people generally do, especially if you're newer to me, what my seasoned veterans will do is they will send me a nice email or a text or a Facebook message. They tell me what they want to take. And at this point in the game, you guys, I'm in this Stampin' Adventure game, this crazy world that I'm in, I have a good plan of what classes I can kit up together, right? So I know next week, Mom and I and Diane are kitting up Let's Just Stamp and the monthly class together. So I know that if you get both of those classes, I can consolidate them and give you a reduced price for shipping. I also know, like ink, paper, scissors, I generally kit that up at the same time as the Sweet Bundle class. And so I can give you reduced shipping on that. Like this week, yesterday we kitted up Memories and More and Game Night. And if you got both of those classes, hi Linda Hunt, both of those classes together, I could give you reduced shipping. So what does that all mean? It means, well, you can save money on shipping, because don't we all love money on shipping, saving money on shipping. So I like to do this so you guys can figure out what you're doing. Like, let's say you want a class next week and you want a class at the end of the month. I don't hold things, you guys. My countertop would be full of people's classes, and it would be too much for me to manage. And there's already a lot of pieces to the puzzle going on. And so I try to make things simple for me and for you. So if you do get a class like that I'm kitting up and shipping next week, I'll ship it out next week. And then if you get a class later in the month, it goes out later in the month. I don't bulk classes like for the month. That would make me crazy. So I try to keep things simple. So in case you're wondering about that, I have different types of classes. If you're newer to me as well, this might be overwhelming, so might be watching this video for your very first video with me. I have 3 types of classes that I offer. 3 kind of I don't know, the different types, I guess that's the right word for it. So I have order-based only classes, meaning you have to place an order to get the class for free. I have fee-based classes, meaning you have to pay the fee to get the class. And then I have a combination one where you could either do one or the other. Hi, Marcia Coolbert. You could either place the order to get it for free, or you could buy the class. And so those are the 3 buckets of classes I have. And as I go through the classes, I make sure to tell you what's up. The saddest thing I always have is when somebody says, I just placed an order, can I get your ink, paper, scissors for free? I'm like, sorry. She's like, but I love those cards. And I'm like, sorry, ink, paper, scissors is a product-based class, meaning you get product with your class. And so it's not ever offered free with a purchase because it's a set fee of either $30 or $37. There's a couple like that. Sometimes I do like the Memories and More, and the game night is like that. But then on the other hand, I have some that are order-based only, and then I have some that are all. So there's a whole gamut of classes, you guys, that I offer. And we'll go through each class, and I'll tell you how you can do, like what you can do to get it. The other thing that I want to mention is this is all my information, you guys. If you don't know who I am, I'm Christine Bertram. I'm in Fond du Lac, Wisconsin. I do a lot of in-person and online classes. This is my email. This is my website, my phone number, and my current host code. This changes throughout the week. It could, like this one's been around for about a week and a half now, but sometimes it could go in 2 days. Just know that my current host code is always on my website. So if you're going to use this host code and it doesn't work, revert back to my website and get the current host code off of my website. And then what does my website look like? You just go to cardsbychrisb.com. And the main thing that people use on here, you guys, if you're on your phone, you get that little thing. It's called a hamburger. Don't ask me why, except for that it looks scrunchy like a hamburger. So in there, my main pages that you're going to want to go to are events. And then shop is where you would get my past tutorials. And then blog and news is where you can find my files that I save here. So this schedule right here, I just printed this off. This is actually a condensed version. We're down to actually 2 pages now because it's basically July and August. You can get your own copy of this by clicking on the July to August schedule. Now this schedule is slightly different. This one is actually 3 pages. The 3rd page lists out all the past classes that I have available, unless I've sold out and then I have to update it. So sometimes that does happen. Like somebody just took my last, I think Angelique just took like one of my last monthly classes from a while ago. But here's where you guys would find, I'm going to go through the majority of these classes today. So this is where if you're like, oh, I didn't know you had past classes available. I placed an order. I don't want anything current, but I love the sweet citrus. Maybe I could get that one. So this is where I list past classes. And that's not usually when I don't usually print that out unless there's room on the page. I just reference that there's past classes still available. But this is where you find this schedule right here. If you guys have a printer at home or if you have somebody in your life that can print that copy for you. I also had my year-long schedule. So if you're wondering what's coming out past August, I have my 2023 schedule out there. You guys, right now there's a DSP paper sale. There's online exclusive starting in July. The scavenger hunt is there. So I almost forgot. There's your reminder, you guys. The scavenger hunt is due to me by the 30th. I am so happy to announce that everybody who has turned in their scavenger hunt has already had them graded. Isn't that being ahead of the curveball? Okay, so Anna Rebedu has helped me. I'm so excited. I asked her if she would help me grade them. You guys, it's all about asking for help, right? I have to learn to do that more to make all this magic happen. And so I'm so happy to say that all the scavenger hunts have been graded. So you guys aren't going to be waiting a long time. I am planning on the first live on Wednesday, the 5th, to go over the scavenger hunt, or Thursday. Like, we're going to do that next week already. So exciting. Yay. Color coach charts are out there, you guys. I have a used stamp sale coming up in July. And then the swap card recipe form is more for my team. So just wanted to put that out there, that the files is there. And then the main thing else, you guys, is the events. This is like my Bible for events. If you go here, you can see everything in June that's got a square that's grayed out. It means there's classes. Everything is updated for July except for the 18th. Jean, I just looked at your name, Jean Maxwell. And then Mary Jean was right above you. Hello, Mary Jean. Rose has her Technique Club class pictures that she just sent me, and we're going to put that cover photo out on the 18th. But if you go and click on any of these right here, you're going to already see the cover photo with all of the details. So all my events are out there, ready to go. So you guys can already look at the pictures that way in case you need some reference later. Okay. So you guys, it's a very intense schedule for the month of July. I have my core class that I've always done for like since 15 or 16, like 2015 or 16, is 3 cards, always featuring 3 different stamp sets. You guys, this class started off as an in-person only class, right? Because in 15, 16, we were all generally all locked up in our homes doing things, right? Not locked up, but like we were home doing things, like, or going in person to things is what I really meant by that. And then all of a sudden with 2020, we had to branch out and go online. So in 2020 is when I started offering a lot of my classes online, and then transitioned to be doing online and in person, because if I do one thing online, I have to do it in person and vice versa, because I want to make everybody happy. So you guys are going to find out that the majority, if not all of my classes are where there's kits, are both in person and online. So the monthly class started off 3 cards. People didn't have to worry about having stamps because they would come to my house or they would go to wherever I was having class to use stamps. And so generally they were more heavily involved with stamped focal images. And since we've morphed to being online and in person, we've taken into consideration that people don't always have those stamps, and people want those stamps, those cards, to look identical. So we've tried to figure out ways to make these cards and design these cards in a way that you can replicate them with using the stamps you have at home. Because my goal is for you guys never to have to buy a stamp set unless you love it, right? Unless you really want it. And so I try to challenge you guys to use the stamps that you do have with the cards that we do design for you. So let me pull, you guys, I have piles. There's so many piles around me right now. So with that being said, when you see these cards, you'll say, okay, well, I don't need to have a lot of stamps, but you do sometimes, right? It just depends on the set that we feature. With this class, we featured Seasonal Branches, Darling Details, and the So Refreshing. Okay, so those are the 3 sets. Now, do you have to have all 3 sets? Let's go over that really quick. I'll talk about the one where you kind of do the last, but people have flowers, right? So this is the monthly class. It is free with a $45 order using the host code. You guys, if you don't use the host code, it doesn't qualify for the class. So make sure you use the host code. So with this one, it's So Refreshing. But what do you need from the set to actually make the beautiful card? Well, a sentiment. And you don't have to necessarily have this stamp set to stamp a sentiment. You could put anything you wanted here. This picture is actually die cut for you with silver foil. That's on the online exclusive list. Just know, you guys, I have an amazing team of helpers that help me with die cutting and embossing. So when you get card kits from me, the embossing's already done. Any die cut like this or these leaves, this blanket is done. Now, there are lemons on here. And you're like, well, what about the lemons? I might not have lemons. Well, you could probably take the lemons off and the card would look pretty amazing without the lemons. So just know there are lemons that are stamped from here in crushed curry, first and second strength, and then some gray ink is what we used here. So just know that you could get by without having this stamp set with this card, and it would be pretty amazing. And then we've got some lemons stamped on the inside. So that one uses So Refreshing. This one is the Seasonal Branches. We wanted to pull this in. It's very similar to the Birdie Branchy card, Aspen Tree Dies, or the Aspen, that's the Aspen Tree Dies is the die set, but there's a stamp set that goes with the Aspen Tree Dies. They very happily started naming the dies and the stamps the same thing, this catalog. Hi, Honeybee. Hi, Pat Thomas. Oh, thanks, Pat. Not having the sets is epic for you. Oh, that's awesome, Karen. And you mentioned that in your email, I think, to me the other day. I appreciate knowing that, you guys, that you like not necessarily having to have the stamp sets that you get by with sentiments. So with this one, there is one little baby focal thing. It's the birdie bird. Bird is the word. And it does come from this set. But I bet it would look okay without the bird, too, having the branch coming in. So if you don't have a bird, because there's been birds and other stamp sets through the years, you might have a bird that's small to go on the branch. Otherwise, it's a sentiment on here. We use the new Darling Details die cut here, and then it's embossed already for you, and using some of that masterfully made paper. So you've got a little bit of bright, it's like a bright, cheerful card with Berry Burst and the Lemon Lime Twist. And then on the inside, we actually stamped the little branch with the apple. I tried to do the flower up there, and you'd have to do masking, and that was too much work for me. So I opted to just put an apple there. And compliments to Judy Immel. She helped me color my birds. I brought them down during a class, and she's like, I'll color them. I said, hey, will you color these for me? And she colored my apple and my bird using some colored pencils, you guys. But you could easily color the bird with blends as well. And just a little splattering in the background. So your bright, cheerful seasonal branches. Now, Perched on a tree. Thank you, Linda Kester. I could not think of that for the life of me. I remembered aspen tree dyes, but yes, there is a perched on the tree, which is still current, that has a bird in it as well. Now this one, you guys, is Darling Details. It's another flower set, and I know that I hear it all the time. Another flower set. Stampin' Up! Has so many flower sets. Oh my gosh, so many more flowers. So just know that I think I heard through a birdie somewhere that like there's over 150 stamp sets or 130 stamp sets in the catalog, and like 30 of them are flowers. So there's still a good portion of stamp sets in this catalog that are not flowers. And if you don't have flower stamp sets, maybe you'd want to consider getting a flower stamp set. It wouldn't have to be this one. It could be any other one. But I have a fun hunch that a lot of people do have different flowers. And so when it comes to making this card, you wouldn't have to use these flowers. You could use other flowers that you have and buy something else that you really like. What you're going to get in this case is a piece of white paper. And, oh, Holly loves flowers. Yay. So sorry, had to lock away. Your plumber's there. I hope the plumber's going to help you get things figured out. Is this the monthly class? Yes, Laura, it sure is. So you guys, if you don't, what you'll get, so whenever there's a stamped image from me, you'll get a little piece of paper or a big piece, whatever you need. So like in this case, you'll get a piece of white paper. You'll be able to stamp something on it if it's not the bird. This case, you're going to get a piece of white, and it'll be enough room for you to stamp what is needed per my card, but you could always reinvent it with other flowers. So yes, there are 3 flowers and some leaves on here, but now these die cut pieces back here, like that one, and that one, and this edging here, that would be die cut for you. And you'll get the ribbon to run through here. So this is some of that. It's the Darling Details dies. It's super cool using that. Rose features that on her class too, the one card in hers. When I show it to you, you'll see this die again. So this is what I got for you for the monthly class. Again, 3 cards, minimum $45 order using the current host code, or you can pay for this class. If you're gonna pay for it, it's $15 or $21 if you need it mailed to you. And so that is what we got for the monthly class. You guys, this is what I call my core class. What about Friendly Hello? Yes, Linda Hunt. I love it when you guys give ideas. Friendly Hello would also be another one that you could use for that card. Absolutely. With flowers. You bet. And I think there was also a bird in that one. I think that's maybe what you're getting at, Linda. There was a bird. So one of the things that I do is a class card challenge where you guys take pictures of the cards after you make them and put them into that post. That I love seeing how you guys change up, or what you actually, when they're perfect, like when you guys get them perfect exactly like mine, I love that too. But when you change them up and you make them your own and you have a different stamp set used, I love that too. I love it. I just love seeing that the cards are made, right? So that is always a major accomplishment in my mind, that when I see cards that you guys make of my classes, not that they're sitting collecting dust in the corner somewhere, which that happens. It's all good. We get to them eventually, right? They're always there for a rainy day. But yeah, so I love when you guys shout out different ideas for what you could use, and it helps people think, oh, I do have that set. I could use that instead. So that's perfect. Okay, so that is the core class that I started doing many, many years ago. Was my first class. I've always been doing that one. It also is the club class. So if you're in my club, oh yes, Linda said the bird. Okay, perfect. That's what I was, all of a sudden like, that one had the bird in it. That's perfect. This is what I do for my club class. So if you're one of my club members, once a month on the second Monday of the month, we get together and we make the monthly cards, and it's dedicated to the club. And what happens is those gals all take turns being a hostess. And this last time, Elaine scored big. She got a half off item and she had $65 in host credit. So they each put in their order that Monday night at class, and then they make the monthly cards, and then that one person is the hostess. My club, if you're in person or local to me and you are interested in joining a club like that, my club is set to renew sometime in October or November. Nested Friends, Ileana, perfect. Nested Friends has a small bird. That is awesome. Yep, good job. That's perfect. So that's the monthly class and the club class. All right, you guys, we're going to continue going right down the sheet here. All right, then Paper Pumpkin. That is something that Stampin' Up! Does once a month. The Paper Pumpkin class, you guys, is it's actually June 29th. Okay, let's talk about that. Tomorrow is June 29th. It's my mom's birthday, and so we're going out to dinner for my mom's birthday. So Kelly is going to be doing the June Paper Pumpkin with you tomorrow. I don't have any June Paper Pumpkins left, except for my own. I looked over here. I'm like, is there one here? Yep. Okay. So I don't have any. I generally get between 5 and 12 extra every month. Once I see what the kit is, I think, okay, how many are going to call me looking for the kit? And so then I kind of base how many I get off of the kit, right? And I don't have any left of June. The one I do have left over there, that is actually April, in case anybody's still looking for the April paper pumpkin. And what is up for July? Ooh, let's look. So if you are curious what July's paper pumpkin is, you could go to my website and go to that date. So the date is August. Oh, wait. August. Wait, July 27th. We're not into August yet. So if we go to July 27th, let's see if I have it in here. Oh, yes, I did. Yay. Okay. So it's called Fun in the Sun. And Kelly does the paper pumpkin classes. So you'll see a picture of Kelly. So she'll be teaching this class. And it talks about what is all included. The kit details are here. You'll get completed card sizes. It's a regular A2 size. And you get all the supplies to do each of 3 designs. So it's 9 cards. And you need to subscribe by the 10th of the month to get the July kit. And the other thing is, though, if you don't want to subscribe, I have people that just do not want to do the subscription, and I completely understand and get that. And that's when they reach out to me and say, hey, do you have this kit? I'd like to get it. And that's where I can help people out by getting them the paper pumpkin kits. And for the first time, actually, I figured it out with Linda Kester this last month. I was so excited. Linda was looking for the kit, but Linda lives about 45 minutes from me or 40 minutes from me. And so we figured out all I had to do, you guys, I'm so excited, to avoid the duplicate shipping. Because what happens is I get those kits, like these kits come to my house and I have to pay shipping to get them to here. And then I have to ship them to get to you, which is about $7 to $8. And that's extra shipping, and nobody likes that extra shipping. And so what we figured out with Linda Kester is that if I just updated one of the addresses on my subscription to be Linda's name and her address, and she sent me a check in the mail for the paper pumpkin, it was like $27.50. I got the check before the subscription needed to renew, like on the 10th. And then the paper pumpkin shipped straight from Stampin' Up! To Linda. And so she never had to pay that duplicate shipping. So I was so excited. I'm like, why haven't we thought about that sooner? So if you know on the upfront that you want the pumpkin from me and you need it like shipped to you, let's save that money from me shipping it to you and that work of me shipping it to you. As long as you can send me cash or check or PayPal or Venmo ahead of time, I can have, because the shipping can go to you then and I'll update my subscription, you guys. So win-win on that one. Okay. So that's always a possibility. It takes a little coordinating on the upfront, but it's less work on the back end and less shipping for you guys. So if anybody wants that, we can do that. But if it's on the back end and I've already got the pumpkin here, then we just figure out what shipping is to you. So, yeah. So you always have to subscribe by the 10th of the month to get it. Like if you have your own subscription. And so at midnight, they kind of close it and then they do the billing the next day. And pumpkins usually arrive to your door by the 18th, 19th, or 20th of the month. And so we always do the paper pumpkin class at the end of the month. So awesome sauce. So that's that. All right. Then if we continue down, share, create, inspire classes online. I already have here the next one. Compliments of Sherry Everett. We are going to be doing a tucked gatefold. She's got her card ready for me to open up after class. You guys, it's July 12th. And how this happens is, I'll show you these recipe forms. I got these from getting a book. That book back there, that recipe book, is where I started to store all my Technique Club things, like my cards with Rose. And it came with these recipe cards. And I'm very excited to say that I checked the file yesterday and 3 more people had submitted responses in the form, and they're mailing out today. Yay, got caught up on that one. So if you're wondering how you could get a recipe card to give me a card. So what happens is I make your card via the recipe, and I might tweak it and make it my own, like slightly. But if you go to July 12th and you guys click on Share, Create, and Inspire, there is a section right here that says click here to be taken to the form, and you would just fill out the Google form. And what happens is, this is the last one. Sherry's is the last one that I have. And so after this one, I need somebody else who has gotten this recipe card to send it to me with your card. So I have something for August. It's like a reverse mystery card night, you guys. I am making the recipe card, and then I also encourage you guys to use her recipe to make the card. So that is coming up on July 12th. And then we're going to flip over to the other side here, the sweet bundle classes. So I call them sweet bundle because it's not always a sweet that we pick. And this month is the perfect example of why it's also a bundle class. It always used to start off as bundles, and then what happened is Stampin' Up! Started making these amazing sweets, and so we try to focus on the sweet versus the bundle. But in this case, you guys, we picked textured floral, which is not a sweet. But what we did is we married it up with the Les Shops Designer Series paper. And this is the class that I collaborate with Rose on. And so if you're in Canada watching me right now and you want this class, you should reach out to Rose. And you can find her information, you guys, if you go to that calendar of events and you go to the date for the any one of the, well, any one of them, you'll find it in July. If you're in Canada, you just reach out to Rose and her contact information. There's Rose, you guys. So I have a picture of Rose here with me. And then her contact information is here. So you could definitely reach out to her for this class. What is it though? Okay, let's show you what we have. So this is the bundle class for the month of July. It features textured floral and all the dies are currently in use. I have my helpers already die cutting. I pulled in some other sentiments though. Something fancy is where I pulled some of the sentiments. And it is a flower set. So you guys, when we do this class, we do try to use the majority of the stamps from this set. And if there are focal images, you'll get a piece of white paper and you'll have to stamp your focal images. But I heard it. You guys like flowers. Hi, Hildenelle. So let's save the gourmet card for last, and we'll start with the first one that got made was this guy right here. It uses the textured floral die, and it actually pulled in the Earthen Elegance pot here. And I have to let you in on a little secret, you guys. The reason that this card is the way it is, that it's like a fun fold, kind of in a way, it is. If you might recognize last month from the Gone Fishing class, I had this boho blue base just like this. And I forgot that I had sent it off to my helper Rhonda for embossing, and inadvertently cut a set of 64 more of these mats. And I'm like, we need to design a card that uses these mats. And so I'm like, oh, well, let's use it for this one. So we use all the Les Shops paper for the different patterns. And so that's from Les Shops. We wanted to show you guys that Les Shops paper, it's crazy because it's all houses. So if you're not into that, you're not going to you're going to dismiss it. But if you look at the other sides of the paper, you can see that there's a lot of versatility with it. So this is the first card. So what you need on this one, you guys, a sentiment, because all of that die cutting and embossing is done for you. Hi, Francis Rodriguez. This is a flower here that you're going to need to stamp. So you get a little piece of white paper to stamp a flower. It doesn't have to be this flower. It could be any flower. I did Stella that up. I think you can see the Stella on there. It's very bedazzly. So again, the Les Shops paper and all of this will be die cut. I make your bows. In a class like this, I even make your bows for you. That little label will be die cut. And then you can just stamp something on your inside. And then this one, I think this one's my favorite. There's something about this that I just absolutely love. You need a sentiment, and then these two flowers are part of the stamp set. So you need some sort of focal image that kind of shoots out with that to help. Again, Les Shops paper, and that will be die cut and embossed for you. And all this background is from the textured floral as well. And then something to stamp on the inside. And then here's your gourmet card. And if you guys watched Mystery Card Night, you've already seen this. This was our mystery, believe it or not. This was our mystery. It was a pumped up mystery card night, you guys. Oh, it took us a little bit to get going, but once we got going, we were good. And so this is the mystery card night. And what happens, card. And this is also your textured floral. So you've got flowers, you guys. So you're going to get, hi, Nidra. You're going to get a sheet of paper. I've got it kind of mapped out already of how you need to stamp it. So you'll get a piece of white to stamp these 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6 things. You'll get a little strip for your sentiment, and then you'll get all the paper then to stamp that. And then that opens, and we'll have the double DSP. So one here and then one there, and then something for the inside. And then this is already embossed for you. So all you have to do is add your color to make it shine a little bit. So that is, and then you'll get your white organdy ribbon, and that's this one, you guys. So textured floral. There's 3 things that go on with this class. There's 3 options for payment. I have the loop like this, and then that goes down, and then that goes in there. Oh, yeah, I got it. Okay, 3 options for this class, you guys. there's 3 class days, 2 in person and 1 online, but then there's 3 payment options. The 2 normal, hi Catherine Healy, the 2 normal, right? So you could place a $45 order to get it for free. You could pay for the class. It's 18 or mailed is 24. Or if you see there's a little asterisk here, that little asterisk means you usually go to the back end of a document and you can find the asterisk. If you order the textured floral bundle by July 14th, you can attend any of the 3 classes, meaning any of these 3. So you could do either in person or online, and you will receive the loose silver sequins for free. So there's a little pot of like the loose silver sequins. I've already got 3 people that took advantage of that, and they've ordered the bundle as their RSVP per class. So if you, I like to give you the option though, if you don't want to buy the bundle, then if you order anything else over $45 using the host code, you can still get the class for free. So that's what you got for options. Now, this is the only class that I offer, the Sweet Bundle class, where you can pre-purchase a bundle to get the class in advance. Hi, Debbie Gast. Oh, you just finished watching Rose. Yay. So what does that mean? How it normally works when you place an order to get a class for free, it can be a class in the current month or next month. And the reason that it's next month is because we're already at June 28th. I don't have many classes left for June that you could take. And so it became a thing like, well, okay, next month, pick a class from next month. I don't bank it past that though, right? So if you're asking me for a class today from August and it's June, I'm going to have to say no, because if I do it for one, I have to do it for all. And then I will feel guilty and bad in my side, right? So I don't like to feel that way. So I keep it consistent. But it comes to be July 1st. Now you can order a class. You can use that order to get a class in July or August, right? So if you're asking for a class now, it can't be for August unless it's this promotional class. And that's what I'm getting at. This is the only time that you can order for a class early. So like Earthen Elegance would be the perfect example. If you ordered this bundle right now, you could pick out the class in August, right? Because we're in June, because it's my promotional class. Now, the unfortunate sad thing is that the Earthen Elegance bundle is out of stock at the moment, and it is coming back in, you guys, in case those are wondering that you want to take my Earthen Elegance in August. It is slated to be back in the week of July 31st, okay? And I have on here that if you order the bundle by August 4th, you could get that class as your pickings and get the promotional half a pack of paper as my gift to you. So just know if I've had a lot of people reaching out, well, the Earthen Elegance is gone. Well, you know what? That was available for us to purchase back in May as a customer. Like that would have been the perfect example. Anybody could have ordered that Earthen Elegance bundle back on May 5th and picked the August class because it's the promotional class. So I hope that helps clarify that as well for people. Okay, let's keep her moving, you guys. The Let's Just Stamp is the class idea I do with Diane. We design these cards together, and they're geared towards beginners, but all are welcome, you guys. We have so many people loving this class. We actually do not focus any die cutting or embossing on these cards unless it's like, oh, we have to. Like there's something that's just calling us that we need to. So in this case, like what we picked for July is color and contour. Now, color and contour does have a die set. There are dies that go with it, but we did not use them in the designing of our cards. We used the stamp set, and we stuck to the stamp set, except for, I think, a sentiment. And so this one is one that you can get for free with an order of $45, or you could pay for it. And it's a 3-card class, so it's $15 or mailed $21. And these are what we got for you guys. With Diane, we always do a double matting on the inside here. So you can see that we've got the black with the freesia, and we've stamped onto a rectangle. And people like this if they're just starting off. Everything's contained in one stamp set for the most part. And it's not intense. It's not an intense card workout is what I guess I would say. There's layers. We love layers. So just because we call it a beginner's class doesn't mean that it's not beautiful, and it doesn't, like it's got lots of layers, like 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6 plus ribbon. So we still go intense. So it's a little bit of gluing more, but there's not all the intricacies that go with these. And this one is Garden Green with Bubble Bath. Again, double matting. Now, we did fussy cut this. There is, if you have the die, You could die cut it, but I took my snips and I trimmed all around that. And we go a lot more with designer paper. And this one we pulled in that Delightfully Eclectic Designer Series paper. And so there's that one. And then we have the last one is a fun fold. And it features Bubble Bath with Navy. 2 different DSPs. That new Misty Moonlight ribbon is so pretty. And Birthday Wishes came from somewhere else. I don't remember. Oh, wait, I do remember. Wait, that's why we write this on here. Sending Smiles. Look at that. Good job. Sending Smiles. So we pulled in a sentiment from Sending Smiles. And otherwise, all the rest of these are contained, all the other stamps are contained within this set. This one opens like this, and then like this. Oh, that's from the Hello Ladybug set. So may your greatest wish come true. Ah, here it is. Hello Ladybug, the Ladybug set. Okay, so we did good job on making our notes. Hi, Marcia Long. Jenna is patiently waiting for the Earthen to come back in stock. Hi, Jean Terwilliger. Yes, Jenna, you and about 6 other people, I think, have reached out to me. So just know it is coming back. And it's in time, so I'm happy. We originally had Earthen Elegance slated for, I think, July, way back in the beginning, and we pushed it to August to make some changes in the schedule, and I'm happy we did that. So you guys, this is Let's Just Stamp. Diane teaches this class in person on a Tuesday at 6, and I do the online on July 17th. And based off of my forecasting last month, I was personally short by 3 classes, and fortunately Diane made 3 extra kits for her class, and so we were able to help people. And so we made extra this class because it's flowers and people love flowers, and they're easy enough to make. So I have plenty of this class left, you guys, in the forecast. So reach out if you want to get signed up for this one. Just know for August we have Playing in the Rain is what's on the docket for that one. All right, so that leads us to Mystery Card Night. You guys, it's Wednesday today. For some reason, I keep thinking it's Thursday. You have until tonight to get your Mystery Card Night shared in the event on my Facebook page. We had Mystery Card Night on Monday, and I just showed you what card it was, the layout, and people liked the pumped up card. It was like a card on steroids, you guys. There was a lot of layers. So there were a lot of pieces, 10 pieces to be exact, plus ribbon. So, and scraps. So I hope you guys enjoyed that one. It took us a little bit because I had some irons I needed to kink out with no, that's not the right word for it. I had to iron out some kinks, I think, with the measurements, but we got it all straight. So you guys can go back and watch that. For July, Mystery Card Night is on July 17th. So mark your calendars for that. It's a Monday night, I'm guessing. I think it's Monday. Yep, Monday night. Okay, so what else? Technique club class with Rose. So Rose and I collaborate, and I don't have the cards. She just literally sent them to me last night. So she was so excited. Her order arrived yesterday, and she was able to get the cards finished. And they feature the crafting with you. So I need to pull up Rose's message really quick, and I'm going to show you pictures of the cards via my phone so you can see what you're working on. So this is a different kind of a class in the terms of it's a club class, but you don't have to be in the club to take the class. For me, I run it a little bit differently than Rose, slightly different. How I run it is once you do 10 consecutive of this class in a row. So how it works is you have to place an order using my current host code between the 1st and the 10th of the month. And then the class is usually a week and a half later, so I know how many to kit up. And once you do 10 $50 orders in a month, you get the benefits from me in the States. It's a $75 product credit and a half off item. Wow, okay. So exciting. And so we started the club and this collaboration together in January. So January to October. So by October, I will have a few, like 2 or 3 people that have been with it since the beginning, which is exciting. And then I had a couple people join the club in February and some in March that kind of picked up and are consistently doing the 10 months. How I do that is that at the end of that 10 month, or I'll reach out to you at like month 9. And once I know you're signed up for month 10 and that you're ready to place your order, I'll get what you want ordered and it'll ship out with your class. How Rose does it is you make a commitment to her within that 10-month window. You're going to do 10 orders every month, and she has you become the hostess one of those months to help spread out using the hostess dollars, where I have it that you have to have 10 in a row, and then is when you earn your time, your credit. So that means that if you want to do one class because you're like, oh my gosh, I just love these cards that Rose did, and you place that $50 order and you never do another $50 order for that class, that's okay. You can still take this class with me. I have a little more leniency with, okay, anybody can really take this class with a $50 order. It's when you do 10 consecutive in a month, or in a year, 10 consecutive in a year is when you get the hostess reward. So I hope that makes sense. So we do it the same pretty much, but there are those slight variations on how you earn the credit. And so let me just show you here. So what Rose has here, what we talked about is she's got Crafting with You. So this is the stamp set that she featured, right? I haven't even opened my dies yet. And what it is featuring embossing with dies, all right? Next month, in case you're wondering, it's Circle Sayings featuring embossing paste. All right, so what does this mean? What do the cards look like? So let me pull up the cards here, you guys. So there's one. So on one of the cards is where she features, so these are the raw pictures, you guys, just to show you. So this is one card. She brought in the country floral designer, countryside floral, I think, the country paper from Countryside Inn. And then all the die cut pieces will be, so here's where she featured that ribbon again, down here, with that die. So there's one card. And then she used the darling details, so you'll have that die cut for you, and a scissor. So you need a sentiment there, and a sentiment there. And then on the last card is where it features the technique, and I will have it done for you already. It's embossing with dies. So you will get this piece already embossed for you. There might be a slight variation to this card if you're in the US. I don't know. So you guys, I try to operate with my designer series paper where if I design a class, I use that page. And then I don't design with that page again, because ultimately I usually have to buy 4 or 5 packs of a DSP to accommodate all the kits that need to be made. And once that paper's gone, then when I design for another class, I don't pull that paper because I know it's gone. And so we've done a lot with the Fresh as a Daisy. We used that blue paper in May. We used the peacock paper in June. And I have a hunch that this paper, I haven't looked at it yet, but that paper is the back side, is the peacock one, which I don't have any left. So I'm going to put it out there in the US that the card will look identical, but it will be a different color palette because I have a different print, and it's actually the Moody Mauve with the little wild wheat centers. I think that this card for those in the US are going to have a different color palette. It's going to be Moody Mauve with all the Moody Mauve flowers. So it'll be the same layout, but just a different color palette, and I'll take a photo of it, and we'll include it in the instructions, the PDF tutorial, that you could do one or the other. So so those in the Canada will do this copper clay layout, and then for those in the US, we'll do a Moody Mauve layout. So got to think smarter and not buy 5 more packs of paper, right? Use what we have, and so that's what we try to teach you as well. Okay, so just a recap on that. So we've got the Technique Club class that Rose will be teaching. And then just to show you guys what else you get in there is, this is my book that I got. And I send you the link if you want, you can buy your own book. Stampin' Up! Has the Memories and More book as well that you could use. Ultimately, you need a 4x6 double page protector. And with those 3 card kits, I send you, and Rose sends you the top part and then the bottom part. And so you can see here, then all of a sudden you start to get this little collection of the Technique cards. I do have one left for the May class here. And then June. Oh man, where's my June? Right here. I haven't done June yet, you guys. Oh man. So June was, I gotta make mine yet. So so I gotta sponge over lightly and then stamp in the middle. It was using blocking out part of it. So I gotta get that in here. So, and then on top of it, whenever you do a class with me, you get the tutorial as part of your class. And so I also use this book now to keep track of all of my recipe cards that you guys have sent me. I gotta get my card here, but I have all the recipe cards that you guys have sent and the cards that you and I have both made. So super cool. All right, so this book is gonna get thick real fast. All right, so that is the Technique Club class. So what happens is Rose teaches that class on a Tuesday afternoon. It's like at 1:30. But I kit up here in the United States for those that want it. Be Happy Stampers. We just had our swap party and our team meeting. I don't know if there's much on the docket. No, there's not much on the docket for July or August for team gatherings. I will put it out there, though, that For those of you who knew Naughty Nancy, you should reach out to me. Naughty Nancy passed in the fall, in November. And her daughter reached out to me just in the last couple weeks and would like to have a pizza and pop party honoring Naughty Nancy, and we're going to do that on July 23rd. So if you're watching this and you don't know who Naughty Nancy is, that's okay. You hear me reference her and talk about her, but if you knew Naughty Nancy and you'd like to celebrate with us, you need to reach out to me, and I'll make sure to include you on the invitation. Naughty Nancy was integral part of helping me in the beginning back in 2016 when I met her, and she was by my side almost the whole way, right? And so we're having hi Sarah Mitchell, we're having a party to honor her on July 23rd. So I'm putting that out there in case you are a customer or a team member or anybody that knew her and would like to be included. If you're near or far, we're going to have an in-person event here, and then I'm going to set up a Zoom so that if you want to pop on at any point during the time that we're going to be here having the party, you could pop in and say hi to her husband or her children, or just tell a little story about Nancy. So I'm gonna say that and putting that out here right now that everybody's welcome if they knew Naughty Nancy, that you could be part of her party to honor her. So July 23rd, and if you do reach out to me, send me an email if you might, or a text or a Facebook message, and I'll make sure to include you on the email that I send as the grand invitation. So there you go. So we did have a little bit of it'll be like a team type thing, but there are lots of people not on the team that know Naughty Nancy, and so everybody's welcome. So all right, let's flip down. Ink, paper, scissors features so we had to get creative with this one too. It features the Season of Chic stamp set here, right here, and we coupled it with the Earthen Elegance Designer Series paper. And this class is a fee-based class, meaning that you can only pay for it. You cannot get it free with an order. So it's either $30 mailed or $30 porch pickup or $37 mailed to you. And what does it entail? You get 4 card kits, and you'll get a roll of this wavy ribbon. Now, like this wavy ribbon, you guys are like, well, it's not available right now. Yeah, I know. The date that it's set to come back is July 10th. Fingers crossed it is on time, because we need to get this ordered for everybody that signs up for this class. If not, we're going to have to come up with a plan B, but we're very hopeful, maybe too optimistic, that it'll be back by July 10th, because these have to get mailed out, I think, like a week and a half later. So we've got a little wiggle room, but it comes with a roll of this. It comes with those adhesive back sparkle gems, and I've already lost one here. I know where it is. I know exactly where that little pickle is. Hang on. It was stuck on my shirt yesterday, and I was like, I know where it belongs to, but I don't know where it really belongs to, and there it is. Look at that little pickle there. Okay, so Earthen Elegance, what do you need? A sentiment. You're definitely going to be using up some of your designer series paper, but all of this die cutting is already in the process, you guys. I have amazing help. So sentiment for this one, and because it's ink, paper, scissors, I do this class with Diane. We double mat the inside. And so this now is an in-person option as well as an online version. Do you need the stamps? Well, that one used the stamps on the inside with the flower there. This one uses a sentiment, and then we definitely used the snowflake on the inside, and die cutting done for you. So need a sentiment, and that's Misty Moonlight. We have a little fun fold for you guys, and this uses the shells. Now this one you will need to have the shells if you want it to match, but otherwise, what could you use? Something else in exchange for these shells. It's Peacock and Lost Lagoon. And then on the inside, we've got the shell as well. And so you've got like a baby card on a card. All right. And so that one uses the shells. And then this one is the leaf. So if you look at this, there's shells, flowers, leaves, and snowflakes. And so we tried to do 4 different genres of cards. And so this one, what do you need? A sentiment. Okay, you guys, so lots of sentiments needed for this one. And on this one, the inside looks like we've got the leaf. So we've got all the focal images usually on the inside, but then we use the die cuts heavily on the outside. And then this would be the only thing on the outside that is a stamped focal image. I hope you guys love these cards, because I feel like, oh man, they're so pretty to look at. I cannot wait to make these cards with you guys next month. So this one is offered 2 times. I do the class on a Thursday night. Oh, I lied. It's a Monday night. Okay, hold the phone. You guys, I go on my annual camping trip the last week of July, and I had to move that class to Monday night. So it is Monday the 24th. And Kelly's doing Paper Pumpkin on the 27th. You guys, I will be canoeing down the Mississippi River with Tyler and 2 friends for 4 days. That's our plan. So, yeah, so definitely classes on Monday and we leave on Wednesday. And so, yes, so class, that's why it's different. Hi, Carmen Sanders. Not to make anybody worry, though. It's just the Mississippi. So so that's Season of Chic. And then Inked Botanicals will be coming on the docket for August. In case anybody's interested, you can sign up for any class at any time. Just know that to get the class for free with an order, the order has to be in the month before or the month of. So these look like fun. Okay, good. All right, so that's ink, paper, scissors. Now, I flipped down, I didn't mean to. There's other things now. So those are the core classes, right? Now, what else is there? And there's always more, right? So next week is a hot week, you guys. I didn't realize I went from having 1 class, which is the order-based class, to having 3 classes because we added a Memories and More class in July, and then we added a game night in July. A couple months ago, we're like, oh, let's do another game night. Okay, let's figure out when to do it. So next week, there's 2 extra things. I have plenty of kits available, you guys. I forecasted way too high because I'm like, I didn't know what to go with, and I felt so bad running out of the fish class that we overestimated. And so there's lots left in case anybody still wants to get signed up for either of these 2 classes next week. So there is, let me flip the camera down. There's there's game night next week. So we added in a game night and a lucky hand, and they feature Zany Zoo. All right, so, I don't know if I grabbed Zany Zoo. Let me go grab Zany. Hang on. There's Zany Zoo, and there's one more thing. So these are the 4 cards we're doing for game night and lucky hand. So game night is the online version. Lucky hand is the in-person, right? I call them 2 different things, but you're doing the same cards. It's the same setup, okay? So let me get the goodie bag. I thought I had it over here, but I didn't grab it. So I'll show you guys what the goodie bag entails. Because I have some ready here for my peeps. So with it, it's like an ink, paper, scissors, but it's a game night. So I use the extra $5 to collectively get prizes. And so right now I'm only at about 35 to 40 people, and I take $5 from everybody's registration for prizes. Normally I have about 45 to 50 people, and when that adds up, it ends up being like a $50 bundle or a $50 prize, and there's 5 of them, right? So I already pulled prizes, so I can show you guys the different prizes you have to pick from for game night. And this is what you would get. You get your 4 card kits, and then there's a half a pack of rhinestones, and then a half a pack of the ombre dots. And then you get a quarter pack of the designer paper. And you guys, compliments and kudos to Karen Wetsign. She cut all of these apart in a way that none of the animals were really sacrificed. This is the end of the paper, so that tail got sacrificed, but not by my accord. But she went through, and so you got a quarter pack, but it looks a little bit wonky, right? So this is your half a sheet here from the one side, but she cut everything like that or like that so that you never lost a critter, right? And it still ends up being a quarter pack, but we did it in a way that you guys won't lose the things that are, like, this paper is all about those animals, right? So you get a quarter pack of the DSP, slightly looking weird, and then you get the double pack of the ribbon. And so my mom took them all apart so that they would ship nicely. I think that I have this, I had this in there in a way so that these little embellishments didn't get all squished all over the place. So that goes there. And then we had the ribbon. So that's what you would get. So yes, it's a little bit more than ink, paper, scissors, but because it's a game night, that's why. And then this one is they're all kind of fun folds. And so that one is like your camping card. I completely forgot that these guys should be colored. Didn't even think about it. I'm like, oh, they look kind of plain. Now that I've been seeing people coloring them, I thought, oh man, I should have been coloring them. So I got that shininess going on. We're gonna set him right there. So you guys are more than welcome to color in your animals, but these are all, this stuff is the paper, the designer paper. You need a sentiment here, and then you'll need something. Oh, we actually used designer paper in there. This is the designer paper here. And then we put the sloth on the inside. Yep. And then this one is a fun fold. We love the easel look with that. So we made it a birthday card. And on the inside, we have our little singing critters. So I think this is my favorite one out of all of them. My little niece would go ham for this card. So all that die cutting is done, you guys. These are already kitted up, ready to go. Looking for more people to take the class because because there's a lot left. So that class is next Thursday. And when you do sign up for the game night, I need your 5 lucky numbers between 1 and 30. When you do lucky hand, we use pennies and cards and we play games in between making the cards. And so that's Monday morning, the 10th at 10 a.m. And then the game night is July 6th at 6 p.m. All right. And so if you're doing the in-person version, these are not the prizes. These are the prizes to choose from for the game night online version. And there's more than 5 here because I've pulled an extra set. So the last person to win still gets a choice. So the sets that people are going to be able to pick from for prize packages are Gorgeously Made, Darling Details, Cheerful Daisies, Lighting the Way, The Zany Zoo, or Season of Chic. So there's 6 here, and 5 of them will be prizes. The last one won't be a prize, but it gives the last person to win the option of picking between 2 sets. So it's always nice to not be last, but it's also nice to be last and have choices. So, all right, so that's game night or lucky hand, you guys, featuring Zany Zoo. All right, then what's next? There's more. Then what we did is we added on so it's the end of a quarter, you guys. June 30th marks the end of the second quarter. I'm trying, and Diane is also trying. We're trying to finish our sales as strong as possible. So what we did starting last fall is we added on a quarterly order-only class, order-based only, meaning you can only order to get this class for free. That's how it started off. And what we did is thank you, Jean. What we did is we adjusted it slightly this time around because we have a lot of Be Happy stampers that we want them to, it's a team thing for us. And so what we decided for this quarter and going forward is if you're on the Be Happy Stampers team, you have the option. It's another team perk for my team that if they don't want to place an order through me or Diane, they can place an order through themselves to get what they want, but then they could still buy the class with for the fee. So what we did is we chose Artistically Inked as the class, or what we featured. It's right here. Let's grab this. So Artistically Inked is the set we picked. And what it is it's free with it's a normal thing, $45 order with the host code, or if you're on the team, you could pay for it. We really appreciate everybody's help in keeping the sales as strong as we can. I have a goal in my head for where I want to be in the Stampin' Up! World, and every little sale, every sale, little or big, helps with that. And so that's why we added this one on. And I hope you guys love these cards. They're so fun. They were so fun to design and make. I had forgotten all about Artistically Inked. These dies right here were so fun. And so with this, yes, we did use these focal images. And if you have them, great. I mean, this was a carryover set, right? So a lot of people probably have this set. It was a suite from last year. If you don't have it though, you could probably use other flowers just fine. Hi, Mary Sykes. Mary, I mailed out your game night to you yesterday. So what are you going to be making? So these are the 4 cards, and they feature the Inked Botanicals Designer Series paper. This one, you would need the flower and some leaves. So you'll get a piece of white paper to do that little stamping, but the Happy Birthday's die cut for you. The little foliage is die cut. You get the ribbon and the pearls. All right. This one is the leaf here is already die cut, and this is from Sending Smiles. Oh, hi, Darrell. Sending Smiles is where that sentiment came from. That's all you need is a sentiment here. Now, how it works with the Ink Botanicals is there's a lot of similar patterns. So we picked the 2 similar patterns for this one. We picked 2 similar patterns for this, for 2 for that, and 2 for that. So you might get one or the other. This one is using the border dies. So some of you will get it looking like this, and then some of you will get the reverse of it, which I could show you here in a second too. And then here's the 4th card is this little fun fold. I love it. And then there will be a sheet of paper on the back for you to stamp your love note. Hang on, I can show you the other one. So here's the back actually. Here's the back, I just gotta glue it on. So you get a back piece. So like what we mean by the pattern papers, they look similar, right? They look very similar, but some of you will get that pattern and some of you will get that pattern. But like at first glance, you can't even tell that there's even a difference, right? So there's that. And then what I mean by this is we were smart with it. So when you can see that they look the same, but they're different, right? This one goes like that, and that one goes like this, because ultimately when these got cut, we cut a 5 1/4 by 5 1/4, and this cut then 2 at the same time. So you'll either get the card looking like that, or you'll get the card looking like that. And this one, like you can see the difference in the DSP. They're the same but different. Now it's got a different pattern, and that one's got a different pattern. But we had to be strategic about that because that paper is only 6 by 6, and here there's a difference here between the two patterns, but they look very similar. So yeah, all right. So that's what we have here for it's the quarterly. That guy keeps moving on me. Like I can't get it to stick. This thing was just not good. Something was wrong with the adhesive, I think, on this. So if you want to ever fix something, you guys, you can take your adhesive eraser and we're going to get that off. And we are going to redo this, right? You guys, if you were watching me doing my lives the last time, you probably saw that I pulled this off and redid it the last time. And then I put tear and tape on it, and that seemed to not help, you guys. Thanks, Deb Norman. Laura said, I just placed an order for the bundle class. Sign me up for, yay, awesome, we'll do. Okay, you guys, so I got that all prepped and ready to go. So I can put that on. So, I gotta show who's boss, right? So this is an order-based class only unless you're on the team, then you have the option to do either or. All right, so that's artistically inked. You guys, this class is next Wednesday. It is Wednesday the 5th. Or Friday in person. Diane's teaching this in person on the 10th, at 10 a.m. on the 7th. And again, I have a lot of kids. In case anybody's wondering, I probably have about 20 extra of that class at the moment. But it can always move to a past class in the future. And when you place an order in the future, you could always get that class. There's also extras in, another extra in July. It's called the Bright and Beautiful Memories and More Product-Based class. This one is actually next week as well. I don't know why I did this to myself, but I did. July 5th in person. We're going to get started around 4 o'clock. And then it's on Friday the 7th. And Tyler came to me and said that he might have something for me during the day on Friday at 3. And I am potentially looking at moving this up to be earlier in the day. It would still stay on the 7th, but I'm potentially going to be moving it to 10 a.m. Okay, so just putting that out there in case anybody's signed up for this class, and be aware if you are signed up for the class, I'll tell you of the time change. But what do you get for this? I actually have a pile here. So Anna Zastro signed up for this class, and this is what you would all get. It's either $50 in person or $60 mailed because I put it in a priority bubble mailer. But you would get the 3 rolls of ribbon, the note cards, and like this the Memories and More card pack. You get the eggs. We call these eggs because they look like eggs. And then you'll get your card kit pack like this, which includes all the extra things that you'll need to make and finish off the cards. And then you'll get the note cards and envelopes. So it's a product-based class. You cannot get this one for free with an order. And what you'll make with that is 14 cards. And then you have the leftovers to make another set. If you add, you would have to add this to do a second set. So when we designed this, Chris and I, we separated that card pack in half, and we only used half of the note cards and envelopes and half of the card pack. And so I'll flip through these really quick. This is what we're going to be making next Friday. So, and I have these all in a specific order because I'm writing the tutorial, and they're going to be in this order because that's how everything's layered in your card pack. And so you do not need any stamps for this set. All of the stuff that you see written on here is part of stickers or part of the card pack. It does go nicely with this bundle, Beautiful Balloons, which was featured a couple different times already in classes. You could use this on the insides. So definitely stamping your insides. So I think I could 5 maybe would be my number on this one in case more, like about 5 people in person or online. I kitted up. What happened is I kitted up a certain number of these things. That's the hard part, is taking the time to kit up. Getting the product is really easy as long as it's available. So And then these are the ad hoc cards that we added our own little cards and bases and inside mats to, so that we could use up the rest of the card pack. So completely used up every sticker and half of the envelopes, half the note cards, and half of these little card pack things. And then added in our ribbon and added in our eggs for decoration. So that's Memories and More. You guys, for these 3 classes next week, if you're signed up for any of these 3, so if you're signed up for Artistically Inked, Memories and More, or Game Night, I'll be working on writing the tutorials, and I plan to email them out by Monday. Okay, so I know class is Wednesday, but it's been a lot. So my goal is to have them written and emailed to you and in your inboxes by Monday at 5 p.m. for all 3 of them. That is the goal, Karen, in case you're listening yet. Karen helps me do my proofreading. So I'm going to try to write one yet today, and I'm going to try to write 1 or 2 on Friday. And the worst case scenario is I'll write one on Monday, but the plan is to have them all out to you guys by Monday. So in case you're looking for them, if you're in any of those 3 classes, they'll be by Monday. Okay. What else? I think that's everything for July, you guys. That took about an hour and 15 minutes to go through all of July. Wow. Just know what's on the horizon. There's going to be 2 extra. Nope, not 2 extra. Just there's 1 extra thing that I'm going to be working on with Gina. I'm so excited. Gina Bulow and I are going to be creating a class on Friday afternoon. We are going to be doing a Gone Fishing one-sheet wonder class. Have you guys ever done a one-sheet wonder? I've not. So I'm so excited because Gina has, and we've already game planned what paper we're going to use, embellishments, ribbon, all that kind of stuff. And we're taking 1 sheet and we're going to be making it into 12 cards or 10 cards. I can't remember how many we're going to end up making, but we're going to make a one-sheet wonder class out of it. And I'll be putting that on the docket for potentially in August. And I think Gina might be teaching the in-person version and I'll do the online version. Yay! And then on top of it, Chris and I are going to be designing that Stamp-A-Stack, you guys. There is a Christmas in August Stamp-A-Stack featuring that new designer paper that's part of the online exclusives. And we'll be putting that together in the next week as well. And so as soon as I have both of those classes ready to show you guys, I will definitely be showing them to you. That's going to be fun. So, yeah. Okay, so that's basically what we have coming up for July. If anybody wants to get signed up, or when you know you want to get signed up for something, because I know that people will want to get signed up. So I shouldn't even say if. So when you want to get signed up for something, the easiest way to do is just reach out to me. If there's multiple classes, the easiest thing is to do is just list them out. And then I can tell you, yep, I can mail those 2 together and here's what to send. A lot of people just give me a list and I tell them the total, and then they send me, you can send check. Some people send cash in the mail. They really do. Also, you could Venmo or PayPal, friends and family. You could Zelle. Cash App. The other way to do it is to go to my website. If you want to pay with a credit card, you just go to my website, go to the actual event, and add the things to your cart. And then you need to check out and complete your cart, check out. And just know that if you know that you are going to be taking, you want to pay for 3 or 4 classes, and you want to check with me first before you pay for them, if I could create a discount code for you if I know already in advance. And so that helps. Otherwise, I end up giving you a discount code for shipping on the back end. So, yeah, so that's out there as well. But if anybody ever wants to pay with credit card, you can do that. That's why I have a website, and that's where you can pay for your classes there as well. So what I want to do next is I want to share with you what I have left from past classes. So at the beginning of this video, I shared with you that they're at the end of my schedule on my website. I thought if I showed the cards to you, I know that there's a lot of people that have just started watching me in the last 3 to 6 months, and you might not know that I have over forecasted on classes, and so I have some past class kits available. Okay, so Jennifer Summers has a really good question, and I try to always remember to talk about this, and I'm so happy you asked, Jennifer. You were probably subconsciously in my head knowing I needed to talk about this. So people ask, if I place an X amount of order, can I get 2 or 3 or 4 classes? Okay, the answer is potentially. Have you used the host code? If you use the host code, then definitely yes, you're in the right frame of mind. Yes, you can get free classes with me. How I treat it is, if you place an order for $100 and one of those items was, let's just say $70, because you bought the block bundle, right? $70 goes towards 1 class, because that item needs to go to a class. Like, I don't break up items and split items between classes. Treat it like you're coming to a class in person and you're placing an order. You would buy that block bundle at the class. Perfect. So $70. Now you just ordered $30 though? Well, $30 isn't enough to cover another class. Okay? You'd have to add a $15 item to that $30 item, and those two items would then go to the other class. So in essence, you'd be spending $115 to get the two classes. I don't look at a dollar value per se. I look at how the items get broken up on your order. So perfect example, if there's a $50 bundle, that $50 goes to one class. You've spent an extra $5 for that class, but you would have had to spend that extra $5 at the class anyways. And then if you ordered another $50 bundle, that went to the other class. And then yes, your order is $100 and you use the host code and you got two classes for it. So to answer the question, it could be depending on what the items are. So you got to have, I don't break up items and carry over the amount extra on one item to the other item. Treat it like you're going to an in-person class at somebody's house and you needed to put in an order that day. Perfect. Let's say it is $45. Well, that's perfect. You can do $45. But then the next time you ordered $47. I really want you guys to save on shipping. I do. So when you place an order with Stampin' Up, know that if you send any amount of money, the minimum is always $7.95. So it doesn't make sense for you to order a $50 item on one order and pay $7.95 shipping, and then for you to place another order another 5 minutes later to break up the order for me. Put them together and save on the shipping. But just know that you would have to have at least $45 in items on one order and on the order, 45 items for one class and 45 in the other class. So Jennifer, I hope that answers your question. The next question that I will get asked is, what if I place a $150 order? Do I still have to use your host code? Well, that depends. Do you want classes from me or not? If you place a $150 order and you don't use my host code and you come back and say, I placed $150 in orders from you, can I pick out 3 classes? I'm going to say no. You didn't use the host code. The whole thing about getting classes for free is the host code, but then you're giving up your host rewards, right? Well, I use those host rewards to help get the supplies that I need to make all these classes for you guys. So I do have one caveat to that. I still want to say thank you to somebody who places a $150 order by giving them 1 free class. So if you place a $150 order and you don't use my host code, and you get the host rewards, which is like about $15. Normally, you could have potentially picked 3 classes. A value of 18 times 3 is almost $60, right? $55. So you got your $15 of host rewards, but in essence, you gave up 3 free classes for me. So how it would work then is, if you don't use my host code, I will still give you 1 class as a thank you for your order. I will. It's got to be a class that was offered free with a minimum order, though. So it's your choice, you guys, if you want to use the host rewards for yourself or get more classes with me. I think the value in getting the classes is great because you're getting lots of cards, like potentially, because if you had a $45 bundle, a $47 bundle, and a $50 bundle, you're just over $150, but you just got 3 free classes. Okay, hopefully that makes sense. Is there a new catalog coming soon? Yes, there is, but not quite yet. So our demonstrator pre-order period is starting August 2nd, I think, and the catalog will launch in September. So if you are a Stampin' Up! Demonstrator, discount shopper, or hobbyist, doesn't matter, as long as you have an ID number with Stampin' Up!, you're a Stampin' Up! Person, right? Stampin' Up! Demo, you will get a catalog from Stampin' Up! And you will be able to see your catalog in a PDF version on, I think, July 26th or 28th, and then they're mailed out in bulk mailing like sometime in August. If you're a customer of mine who has purchased from me in the last 6 months, then I will give you a complimentary catalog. If you haven't purchased from me, though, then you're not that active as a customer in purchasing product. Then when you do place your order, I would happily send you a catalog. But they're not cheap to send out, you guys. The catalogs are $3 and it's $10 to mail them to you, or about $8.30 or $8.50 or $9 with a bag, right? So I do look for at least an order in the last 6 months. And I think most demonstrators do that too. I don't have any problem sending them to customers who purchase from me, but if it has been over 6 months, maybe think about placing a small order, get a class for free, and then your catalog will be ready to ship to you in August, because I can order them on August 2nd. Good question on that one too. Okay, so past classes. At the back end of my schedule on my website, that you can find it on my website, I list the past classes. And for a moment, a hot second today, I pulled out all the different boxes of classes. In some cases I have 2. One case I have 1 class. In some cases I have 8 classes, like of the same one, right? So I have pictures, I have the cards, and sometimes it's daunting to be like, well, she has this by the bay class, but what does that mean? Okay, so if I show you, let me pull that up on my calendar or my thing here. If I have the PDF, so let me flip down here, you guys. So in here, under the blog and news, there's a file, and this is how I teach people how to do this in case because I don't always show you guys these cards. I don't know if I've ever maybe but once done this. You're looking at the back of this and you're like, well, she's got a Penguin Place online card class from December 1st of 22. Well, what does that mean? So what does that mean? You go to my events calendar and you toggle back to December 1st of 2022. Oh man, right there. So 2022, December 1st, you click on it. And when you click on the event, you will be able to see the class details. And you can see close-ups of the 4 cards you would make. And it's the Penguin Place that it featured. And I'm showing you this because I have one of these left. And I'm not going to do this for all of them, but I'm going to just generally show you how to find the details. So I have one left. I had somebody that couldn't make it, and then I got the kit. And so that's how it works. And I can't find the 4th card, but like these are the cute, adorable cards you would make with that class, and you get the extra supplies. It's like an ink, paper, scissors at this point because it does have some of the supplies that are retired now, but that's okay. The 4th card is the one that has this mint and raspberry. So, but I have 3 of the cards here to show you. So that one is available, and I only have 1 of that one. So what else? So now I'm not going to keep now you guys know the drill of how to potentially look up the pictures. What I want to show you guys now is what do I have available. I'm going to pull boxes and, Donna Grushki, you are amazing for bringing that up. Thank you so much. So the Autumn Creative Escape, you guys, so we would be in the thick of preparing for the Summer Creative Escape like we were last year if it was in July. I don't know how. We would have pulled it off, but I wouldn't have gotten all the stuff in the mail yesterday. So the Autumn Creative Escape is in September. It's the 15th, 16th, 17th, and 18th. So you can go to my calendar of events for the 15th and look at all the details. It's for demonstrators, discount shoppies, or hobbyists. It's amazing. I just purchased the attendance gift for everybody yesterday. I'm so excited. I haven't even uploaded the logo yet for the item. So as soon as I get it in my hot little hands, I will share it with you guys because I'm so excited. I just love shopping for fun stuff, right? So you can already get signed up for that. My goal is to send the reminder about it in the next day or 2. I think I already have 102 people penciled in for the event. So you guys, I'm going to cap it at like 115. I don't even know if I want to do that much because Mom said it's too much, but well, I have a hard time saying no. So anyways, good call on reminding me to talk about that, you guys. There's a Google form to sign up. So in case you sent in a registration form for it, just know that there is a Google form now. Anybody can sign up for it right now. Even if I have you penciled in, you still need to sign up for it via the Google form. I will be able to download a spreadsheet with all the details. You guys, you go to my calendar of events for September 15th at the moment. It's only on the 15th right now, but I'll copy them over. You go in here, and there's a link here for the registration form. So anybody who is going to be taking the Summer Creative Escape with me, I challenge you now, go in here and click on here and do the form because it'll help me know what swaps you're going to sign up for, what day you want to attend, if it's in person, any of the 4 days, or online. I mean, I have everybody penciled in for in-person, so I know what days that you're tentatively planning, but I want to get the registration. Mary Sykes, awesome. Go in and do that form, you guys. Everybody can fill out the form right now to register. I would love it, love it, love it if I get a lot of that registration done early. All right, so what do I have left? I have the monthly class from January. It looks like I have 1, 2, 3, 4 of this class left. And this was a fun fold that opened like this, sentiment and a barn. And then here a sentiment on there. And then we had the ice cream cone just needing a sentiment. So that's the monthly class for January of this year. I have 1 left of the Let's Just Stamp for February, which featured the sweet citrus. So the cards look like that. In case anybody's interested, 1 left. That's it, 1. So then we had Fancy Flora. Looks like Fancy Flora. I have 1, 2, 3, 4 left of Fancy Flora. And the cards look like this. Fancy Flora carried over, so you can still get these stamps if you want them. You need some flowers there and some flowers here. and and some flowers there. So primarily we did use the flowers from this, but again, you could use other stamps. Where did you get the blanket we got from the summer escape last year? I got it from 4 Imprint, Mary. So I get a lot of my stuff from 4 Imprint. Add me. I will sign up today. Perfect, Sarah. Yay. I get a lot of stuff from 4 Imprint. And so anything that I can get logos put on is from them. They have a catalog too. All right. So that's that box. All right. Then I have an ink paper scissors. I have 4 left of the ink paper scissors that features the queen bee. So you would get the roll of ribbon. You get the black dots that they're, I think the dots are retired, but I bought some just to be able to finish off these kits so that they're retired now though. But they'd be in your kit. The DSP's retired as well, but the last day, you guys, I got them, so I had enough for my 4 kits. So 4 of these left. It's an ink paper scissors making these awesome bee cards. That was, ink paper scissors was the bees. I feel like it was in April or May. Was when it right before the catalog retired. I think it might have been April. This one could have even been March. This one's called Lights Aglow, and you make these 4 cards, and you only really need sentiments. I'm trying to open these up. You need sentiments. So if you're looking to get some Christmas cards made, you guys, these are the 4 cards from Lights Aglow. Just need sentiments. This one is called Let's Just Stamp from November. And you would need it's Trimming the Tree is what this one was called. Trimming the Tree. But you could stamp other things there if you have other trees and you need some sentiments. I have one of that one left, just one. This is the one where I don't know what they look like. It was the January monthly class of 2022. Oh, it was Valentine's Day. Valentine's Day cards. There's 3 Valentine's Day cards. January monthly class of 2022. I have one of the September monthly class of 2021, I think. September monthly class 2021. It had a dome with it. And then I have 2 Beauty of the Earth, 2 quasi sets from Beauty of the Earth from the Sweet class from like 2 years ago. For some reason, I ended up with 3 of one card, 2 of one card, 1 of one, and 2 of 2, and it should be 2 and 2. So I have 3 of one and 1 of one. So somebody in the past got the same card. And so I have 1 for sure, but I have a quasi third set, or a quasi second set, but 2 of the same card. So hi, Melody Miller, and here's that card. And this uses Beauty of Friendship, I think was the name of the set. And I don't think it's carried over now, but there's that box in case anybody's seeing anything there that trips their trigger. Then this one is more recent. I have 1, 2, 3, 4 of the monthly class from last month. Actually, this is June. Oh, this feels like so long ago. You guys, this was just from June. There's only 4 left of this one. You need sentiment, and some beer glasses or anything else. I know that I looked out. Other people did something else on their cards. They didn't even put beer glasses on there. It was super cool. All right, so I have 4 of that one left. I have, for the catalog launch party, that was in May, the milkshake. So it's 5 cards, and I have 1, 2, 3, 4 left of this one. You make 5 cards. This was also free with a $45 order. And you get to taste the rainbow with all of the new in colors. That just came out. So I have 4 of those left that I know of. Naturally Gilded. You guys, we just did this one a couple weeks ago. Ended up making up more kits for this. So I have 4 left of this one. This was a Stamp-a-Stack. Everything prior, except for the Queen Bee, was a order-based or fee-based, where the Queen Bee was a $30 or $37. Naturally Gilded is a Stamp-a-Stack. It was $50 or it was 60 mailed, and you make 12 of these beautiful cards. So I have 4 of those left. You guys, I have one lonely little soldier here from the Technique Club class in May, featuring Bright and Beautiful and the Bokeh Technique. See, this is what you get from me. You would get this to start your collection in your book. So you got the Bokeh Technique and then the description and then 3 card kits. So I have 1 left of the May. For By the Bay, you guys, I went way ham on this. So 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8 left of the By the Bay. And By the Bay looks like this. Well, I have 10 originally, so now I have less. That's good. So sentiment, a shell got stamped there, and a bird got stamped there, and a sentiment. So By the Bay, you guys, I got oodles of this one left. And that is order-based, or it could be paid for. Now, I will tell you, if you go through the list and you're like, I would like 5 of these classes like Angelique just did, and I was able to consolidate shipping big time, don't look at the shipping price. If you get 5 of these classes, I will work out a deal where you pay the base price for the class, and then we'll do a collective shipping amount for all of them, like together, right? Then there is a box here. Oh, that's heavy. Okay. So then this one features, I have April monthly class in case this one, this is exciting. These 2 sets carried over. Marigolds didn't, unfortunately, but if you don't have the marigolds, any sort of flower activity would go good there. But these, you guys, you need a sentiment and a sentiment. All of the die cutting is done. All the embossing is done. I have a lot. This one, I think 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7 of that one. This one was the In Color retirement class on April 28th. 1, 2, I think there's 4 of this one. And it was Taste the Rainbow of the retired In Colors now. The Evening Evergreen, Pale Papaya, Soft Succulent, Polished Pink, and Fresh Freesia, not retired, carried over. But there were the 5 cards with that one. That was free with an order, or you could pay for it. Same with this one, was order-based or fee-based. So there's that set, and I have a few more boxes, you guys. Entertain me for just a moment longer if you want to know what I have left. This one, oh, Jennifer wants By the Bay, yay. Okay, the other thing too, you guys, with these is, let's say you only want By the Bay, Jennifer, and you don't want anything else, but you're getting a future class with me. I will take By the Bay out, set it on the back counter, and hold it until you have your next shipment to help save some shipping too. So just know that's always an option. Unless you place the order to get it for free, then I'll ship it out. So, but yes, that's always a plan too. Now this one is the October monthly class. So if you guys need some more Christmas cards, a sentiment. This was actually stamped from the Mistletoe Magic. And there was like a little swooshy thing back here and a sentiment. So we got 3 Christmas cards for the monthly October. You guys, I have 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8 of that one. This is an oldie but a goodie. Hi, Cindy Runtry. Oldie but a goodie. This one is the Merry Snowflakes, and it was from December 9th of 2021, I think, because it wasn't this past Christmas. I started putting years on these slips. Sentiment needed here. This is a background stamp. This one you need nothing on the outside. Just on. Oh, this is a template, a mask on the back that we use with snowflakes. But you could always sponge color. This is a sentiment and some snowflakes, and then a sentiment. So sometimes you guys, I over forecast and I have them yet, and sometimes I can over forecast and they're gone, and sometimes I just don't ever know. So this one's 1, 2, 3, 4. Plus I think I have 8 more over in there. So I think I have like 12 of that one. Then I have here an ink, paper, scissors. Actually, you guys, I had this left. I think there's 5. I got these right the day, I needed to get it to have the class complete. So it's Timeless Tropical. Angelique just got this one. So you would get the 4 card kits and the little goodie bag. This is before when I was doing ink, paper, scissors that didn't include designer paper. So you would get the champagne rhinestones with that art floral ribbon, and you would make this card, which is amazing. All you need is a sentiment, and we stamped some foliage stuff on the tree, the trunk of the pineapple here. And then this one, you need, so this is Timeless Tropical was the name of the stamp set. So you need the flower on leaves and then a sentiment. And then this one, my favorite. We made it look like the Big Island and Maui and Oahu and Kauai. So like our islands down there. So cool. And then this one is a fun fold. It actually pulls out and you just need a sentiment on there. And then the flowers here on the side. So I have, for some reason, I have 6 card kits, but I only have 5 goodie bags to go with it. So I have 5 for this class, you guys. Then this is my last box. The potted geraniums was the stamp, Let's Just Stamp from August. I have 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, like 7 left of this one. So potted geraniums is no longer active, or it didn't carry over. So you would need something, if you don't have it, to stamp some images to put on your tabletop there and on the white paper. I have the Let's Just Stamp from September of 22. So last year. This was the Ringed with Nature. And you would need a sentiment and a poinsettia here. This set carried over, you guys. So you would still have access to these stamps if you want this set and you want these stamps to go with it. The mushrooms and the tree trunk were stamped The birds were stamped from. That was from a different set though. That was from the bird is the word. Waves of Inspiration, I think. So I have 3 of that one. I have, this is the September monthly. I only have 2 left now. I used to have 9, but now I'm down to 2. Here's Perched in a Tree, you guys. Oh, that's a big pufferkin bird. Whoo, he's a big bird. So that bird won't work on that one class, but Nested Friends or potentially the HelloFresh or the seasonal branches work. But you would need a bird or something. And some people didn't even put the bird on. They just opted to not have the bird on here. There was just a sentiment, and then here was a sentiment was needed on here. And I have 2 left of the September monthly class. Debbie Gass just did the Mary Snowflakes. Yes, Debbie Gass, you were amazing. You helped me clear up a bunch of my past classes when you started taking, placing orders with me. You got to go back and pick lots of my past classes. So you just did it. I'm so happy. Patty would like the Lights Aglow and Fancy Floor and the Christmas sets. Awesome. So Patty, so anybody that I just went through all of these past classes, take your comment, and if you could like send me a quick note, that would be amazing, so that I can get it jotted down. But Patty, I see that right here really quick. I'll write yours down. Anybody else, if you don't mind, hopefully you had your pen and paper, or you can always go back. You guys, we were at like 1 hour and 25 when I started. You could go back and watch the replay, and then I'll make a list of what you'd like. Fancy Flora, Lights Aglow, and the Christmas sets. Perfect. So again, I'll make a list of what it is that you want, or make me a list. Jennifer, you want it by the bay. Then we can figure out what by the bay, but what it would be. So, and when you need them, how fast you want them, like if we can hold on to them. I don't mind when kits are in the past like this. I can set out them so that I know I'm going to be kitting next week again. Then we could add it next week. Past classes are different than future classes. So, all right, add me to the Autumn Escape. All right, I saw that. What else, you guys? So, okay. It's still June. There's still time to sign up in case you guys are interested in becoming a Bee Happy Stamper. I just was able to add this to all my bees that got, I got splatter all over that from the Azure class. So my bees, I was able to get your welcome to the team cards out, and I got your little sticker included and a magnet. So I'm very happy that went out yesterday. Yeah, so the sign-up special goes through June 30th. You get $155 worth of product for $99 plus tax. If you're in Canada, it's slightly different amounts. You gotta check with Rose. Rose is your girl you want to sign up with. You're in Canada. She's amazing. You would not be disappointed at all. If you want to join the bees, I would be happy to have you on the team, you guys. We welcome all bees with open wings. So use the Scenic Garden. For the potted geraniums. That works too. Awesome. See? Debbie's working with it. Yay. All right, you guys. I told my mom I was doing this today, and then after I do the video, I usually get lots of emails, and it's so weird because it's always at the end of the month, and there's always something that I'm doing the end of the month. And like this weekend, it's 4th of July weekend, you guys. So my mom and dad are having their 51st wedding anniversary on the 1st, and we're having another gathering party like we did last year. They loved it so much. We're going to do fireworks. And so just know that if you do message me like in the next day or 2 or 3 or over the weekend, give me at least until Monday to get back to you. I'm going to be off of my emails a lot now because I'm going to be designing cards with Gina, and I know I'm going to be working within the week too with Carissa. So when I design, I usually don't look at my phone. When I design by myself, I look at my phone, which is bad. But when I design with other people, I turn it off and like don't really like look at it, right? Because that is disrespectful. We're trying to get some stuff done. But when it's just me by myself, I have a hard time not looking at it. So, and then I'll be at my mom and dad's like Friday night, Saturday, and Sunday. And then we're bringing Honey home on Sunday. So I'll be back in the swing of things full on Monday. And just know if you do email me or reach out to me or text me, I'll do my best to answer and get to you right away. But give me at least until Monday or Tuesday to get back to you for a full-blown response. And just know that I do see emails and texts and messages, and I do take action. But sometimes if I don't have my sign-up book with me, I don't respond to you until I've got it in my book. So that also happens. Thanks, Cindy. So that also happens that I do see things. And that happened a lot while I was on my trip. I didn't have access to internet, but I could see emails from when I did have internet, and then I could process them, but I couldn't reply to people until after I was back on the internet. So that happens too. So just know that if you do reach out to me for this, especially this weekend with the 4th of July, you guys give me some time to get back to you and to respond. I would appreciate that. And I know there's a whole bunch of you that already got July set and in the books, like ready, and you're signed up, which is awesome too. So, thank you, Ann Ballinger. I will enjoy my weekend. Oh, Melanie Miller, you're celebrating your 50th wedding anniversary on Friday. Well, happy wedding anniversary to you, Melanie Miller. That is amazing, a great accomplishment. I know that Deb Norman and Ed are also celebrating their 50th wedding anniversary a week afterwards. And that is amazing. It's a great thing to say that you, and hopefully happily married for most of those years, right? It's one thing to be married for 50 years, but to be miserable for 50 years wouldn't be so good. But hopefully you can say that you were happy and happily married for most of those years, right? Thank you, Melanie Foy. Happy 4th to you as well. Yes, you guys, happy 4th of July to all of you. That is next week, Tuesday. I'm actually, you guys, I'm saying goodbye to you, but Mary Carl said, wish Tommy a happy birthday. I will also. We'll see him on Friday. So you guys, I feel like I'm saying goodbye to you, but I'm not, because I plan to go live this afternoon. I have a swap card showcase planned for you guys. Like, I have a pile of cards, 2 boxes of cards, and then I have another 2 boxes. I'm not going to be able to do all of it in one shabam here. This afternoon, I'm going to be live at some point, probably in the next 2 hours is my guess. I got to get some things done, and I'll probably be back live around 2 or 2:30, and we're going to go through swap cards for about an hour or an hour and a half is my plan. I have the Radically Retro swap cards to do with you, and I have all my customer swap cards that I haven't done since like March, I think. I need to get them and show them to you. And then I think we're going to plan for either Monday or Tuesday another swap card showcase with all of the new catalog product, the new annual catalog cards. So we'll have 2 showcases coming up for you guys. I'm excited. I'm just knocking things off the list one by one, right? All right, so you guys, if you don't watch the showcase in a little bit, though, happy 4th of July to you. Have a great weekend. Be safe. Make cards. Make food. Shop. Do whatever makes you happy, right? But just be happy and do things that are fun, right? Mary Gunn would say have fun. And we'll see you either this afternoon for the showcase, or we'll see you next week for definitely on Wednesday is the Artistically Inked. And I think I have it set for 1 o'clock in the afternoon. So good, happily married. I'm so happy to hear that. Oh, thanks, Carla Lake. I will let them know that. All right, you guys, lots of sunshine, love, and big hugs to you. If I forgot anything, we'll cover it on the next live. I'm going to count to 10 because sometimes it cuts out early on me. I've learned 10 is the magic number. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. Love you, long time. Thanks, Susan Bellamy. 6, 7, 8. Oh, Susan Bellamy said that to Melody. Yes, awesome. Thanks, Susan, for saying that to Melody. 9, 10.